if you just kind of go directly to the timestamps to see the anime that you wanna know more about, just click the timestamps or just watch the clips.
Oh yes.
Hello and welcome back to the OG.
Yeah. Woo.
This is Jobless Weebs. My name is Marco, the bit more Mexican.
And I'm Brian.
And yeah,
it's good to be here.
It's good to be back, Brian.
Yeah.
After I was gone to find myself.
Oh yes.
Quite literally.
Oh yeah.
To some extent, I guess.
To an extent. You didn't like it.
Yeah, you know, it was an unexpected time off, kind of like forced vacation. You know, away from the habit of doing things that it was work. Friday, let's record, let's start editing, Beat Saber and stuff. It was like a month of none of that, which we started a new series.
Yeah,
it's a new podcast. It's an audiobook. If you have not seen it,
it's pretty entertaining.
Yeah, and you know it is pretty simple. You know, it's just mostly me and you talking. We're still trying to improve it just to make it sound like we're not breathing.
Right. Oh, it's so.
You know, that makes you really appreciate the work of actors, voice actors, or like news anchors that
talk.
Yeah, the way they talk,
and it feels good. Yeah. It is incredible.
Yeah, I'm not saying that I didn't respect their work because I did.
Right.
I'm just saying that you know, with all these YouTube stuff that we've been doing, I've been founding like a newfound respect for what they do. Because it's like, freak, this is hard.
It is hard. And also, I also think of a lot of the people that do audiobooks, like real audiobooks and whatnot out there. And yeah, it's incredible. It's astounding what they do too.
So yeah. But you know what?
Yeah.
What a best way to come back to the OG than with one of our oldest segments here in the podcast is the what we'll be watching
for the upcoming season.
Yeah, summer 2024.
Granted, I don't know a lot of the anime that are about to come out, but there are some good ones. That I'm really excited
I mean, we apologize. We dropped the ball. Like last month was hectic, and then we were like, you know what, we could do this. Let's see how many we can read about or you know, investigate. This is one of those episodes that we dropped the ball. We're gonna try to get better for fall. But you know, still, I do remember reading a few of these. Some of them years ago, some of them months ago. And some of them just a couple hours ago.
Oh, yep. Same for me, yeah. On some of them, I literally just read 2 chapters and to like speed through some of them. So we'll try our best.
Yeah. You know, my rule of thumb, sometimes it's like 6-10 chapters.
Okay.
But for some others, like no. And I read some others. It's like, this is interesting, and then. The further I went to, I was like, the cliches are here.
Yes.
I just guessed the entire story.
Oh, gosh.
Which, you know, we will talk about this.
Yes.
But anyways, let's get started. Like, we will have a few honorable mentions right from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
The first honorable mention, Oshinoko, Season 2.
Yep. Sweet Home Alabama. Oh, I mean, no, wait, no. No. Oh, dear.
Yeah, I mean, pretty
it's
much.
A heavy hitter. This reincarnated doctor, he becomes a twin with this other girl who is also reincarnated, and their mom is
what's your idol. Like?
Yeah.
What is your foresight with this? Like, how far do you think they're gonna get?
I can't even say. Let's see. They're definitely gonna. I think they're gonna reach to the point where the sister realizes the Aqua, the main character, is the doctor. It might get even farther than that, but we'll see.
The next honorable mention,
Mm-hmm.
it's Fairy Tail, 100-Year Quest. Honestly, I stopped watching Fairy Tail like
yes.
on season 6 or 7.
6.
It was sometime on one of the guild tournaments.
Okay. Yes, yeah, those are long. They have some long arcs in Fairy Tail.
Yeah, it was nice. I'm not sure if I will watch it because I will want to, catch up. But honorable mention
for sure. The next one, Tower of God, Kami no Do Oji no Kika. I'm not too familiar. I, of course, went through the first season, but I'm not too familiar with the web comic. I remember you.
Oh, I did. Yeah,
really close.
I read right now I'm probably way behind, like probably hundreds of chapters behind. But I did read that portion.
Oh yes,
and that I gotta say that's one of my favorite arcs.
Okay, there you go.
At the end of season 1, everyone thought that Bam was killed. Bam is kind of like the regular guy. He has special powers, and so everyone moved on. Some people formed teams, some other disbanded, and then when they're on this new part of the tower, then this mysterious guy comes and he's a total hardcore guy. He is the guy. And everyone's like, what the heck is here? And then some people are like, he seems kind of familiar. And he's like, no, because he's an emo at this point. And he's, I'm not sure, hard to say if they will discover why he's acting like that. They will find out that he's Bam eventually, but for the most part, he is a solo player. While everyone is on teams, he's a solo player, and he learned how to control his powers, and he also learned how to increase his powers. And it's hard to say if he's with the good guy or bad guys, because he has his agenda, even though like the bad guys who help him reach his level also have their agenda. They're kind of like good guys, but a lot of times they're kind of like shady guys. And there's a lot of drama kind of like behind the curtains of what's happening with the characters. So yeah, I will probably watch it. It was a fun watch. It was a fun read.
Oh yeah.
But
quite.
I stopped reading it because I switched phones and I forgot my webtoon.
No, that sucks.
And I was too lazy to reset it because I don't even remember which email I used.
Oh my gosh! Wow. That's kind of funny. Yes. So this next one, Tokidoki Bosoto Russia go de dereru tonari no Alya-san. This one, or of course, Alya sometimes hides her feelings in Russian. This one is going to be a really fun one.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be a fun one. Yeah. It's all in the title. This girl, she is half Russian, half Japanese, and she comes back to Japan after 5 years or so, and to like be in high school in Japan. And she's
the Madonna, right? She's like the ice queen Madonna of the school.
She's the solitary princess.
Oh yes,
then there are 2 others in the student council along with her.
One of them is her sister, right?
Ooh.
You didn't read that far?
I probably didn't get that far.
Yeah, one of them, like in the picture that we can see, the girl that is like this, I think that's her sister. And there is another girl, the girl behind her. It's like the secretary or the vice president.
Yes.
She is the sister of MC. But there's some Sweet Home Alabama.
All right.
Thing kind of like going on. But you know, MC just shrugs it off.
Right.
But yeah,
the MC that he
tell
is.
us what's funny about
Yeah.
this character.
So the funny thing is that she sits by the MC, and this guy, it's a little known fact, he understands Russian. So, and the thing is, she always speaks Russian when it's like off the hand comments or anything to do with him, with her like true feelings. So if she sees him like sleeping or like doing something else, she says like cute, but it's in Russian, and other things that are like her real feelings. So it's great, but he understands it all.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he speaks Russian, but he learned a lot from movies that his grandpa
with his
would
grandpa,
watch.
right?
Yeah. So it's a funny situation.
Yeah, I think that further in the anime, it'll probably be around episode maybe 5 or 6, maybe. He has history with them from back when they were children, but for some reason none of them remember that because that's convenience.
Granted, oh yes, yeah, for the convenience. Yeah, so we'll see some we'll see some rom-com stuff in this one. So
yeah, but it's gonna be a fun one. Okay, the next one, I'm actually excited about this one for some reason. It's
really
the Isekai Suicide Squad. I'm excited for mostly the ending song. The ending song is performed by a VTuber, Mori Calliope.
Okay.
And I don't want to tag bullcrap, but this might be the first anime with a VTuber performing a song. Because we had the Kizuna AI anime where Kizuna didn't appear, but neither the opening nor the ending had a song performed by Kizuna. No, you know what? I'm wrong. There is a movie that actually Kizuna performed the ending song of the movie.
Oh, really?
It was called Late Backers or something like that. If I'm wrong, and if I remember, if editor me remember, there might be a picture of it.
Okay.
But
gotcha.
Kizuna AI. I mean, Kizuna AI was a pioneer in the VTuber scene.
Oh, yeah.
But ever since that, I don't remember a lot of VTubers performing songs or ending songs on official animes. So this one is probably after at least more than 3 years since the Kizuna ending song in a movie happened.
Wow.
So
wow.
So yeah, and it's a story about the Suicide Squad going in Isekai, and is this group of anti-heroes,
right?
And they also are trying to make it funny, which they are, because I think that the Japanese humor with the Suicide Squad will blend in really, really well.
Yes. And this next one, it's Kimitu Boku no Saiko no Senju Aruewa. Man, I really need to take a class or something. Sakai ga Hajimaru Seisen, or Our Last Crusade, or The Rise of a New World. This is the second season. I'm pretty sure I've seen the first season of this one. And
I have no idea what that is.
It was a very long time ago. I think I watched it on Hulu. Oh, I remember now. Yes. They meet each other, and it was like they are fighting, but she is starting to fall, and he catches her, something like that. But it has been a long while, so I won't say much more for that. Anyone who remembers it, second season for sure.
Okay. This next one, it's not garbage, okay? Okay, I was gonna say it's hot garbage. No, it's not garbage.
Yeah. It's not.
We have a hot garbage, and we will have it in the next 2 ones. The next after the next 2, we will have the hot garbage.
Yeah.
But so this one, it's called Gimai Seikatsu, Days with My Stepsister.
Right.
I know what you're thinking.
I read the light novel for this one.
You did? I only read
novels that were
20 chapters of the manga.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, so
Oh my
it's
gosh.
this guy.
Yep.
His name is Yuta. His father is divorced. He was divorced when his mom cheated on him, and so now and also like he has confessed to girls, and the girls were like you. So he
develops a little complex.
yeah, he has it's not that he's afraid of women. He just he's like, nah,
yeah,
I don't think it's the right time for me.
Right, like a general avoidance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one day his father is like, hey, I met this lady a little younger than me, and I've recovered hope and relationships and love, and we're gonna get married, and you're gonna have a little sister. But it so happens that his little sister, it's just like a month younger than him or something like that.
Yeah,
or
very
by
close in
weeks.
age.
So they're the same age, pretty much.
Basically.
They go in the same high school, and she is one of the Madonnas of the high school. And the thing is that his dad show a picture of her when she was a kid. So he's like, okay, yeah, that's fine. And he's like,
thinking it was.
But I get a few kind of like snafu vibes from this, because the guy is acting kind of like Hachiman, kind of like a little mysterious, serious, like he doesn't give a crap about stuff, really mature, and he's like, oh, come on, dude.
To the point where it's like he's a lone wolf by choice.
Yeah. And the same with the girl. The girl is
she's a little bit of a loner too. With her, I remember specifically, she uses her appearance and makeup and all that stuff as a sort of like armor against day-to-day stuff. Like it's her battle attire.
Yeah, and the first, a good thing it's gonna be during the first episodes, it's gonna kind of like just head straight. With some kind of like heavy stuff.
It certainly
right away there will be some character development. My guess, from what I've read so far, is that the girl is already in love with with Yuta.
It's super quick. Also, I will say one thing with this is that the light novels, they do the normal stuff. They go through the MC's perspective. It's like, a couple chapters in. Then it switches to her perspective. And it shows all those scenes from her side of the story. And it's quite something. Because what he thinks is like, it's all about him trying to get along, accommodate her. But from her perspective in the light novels, we see it from her side where it's like, oh, he's so considerate, and like he thinks about me, and like I'm and it like she falls fast, man.
Yeah, because I mean, you can see that in the manga, and in the manga so far, most of it it's from the perspective of Yuta, the guy, and he, I think he has an idea like that, he's just kind of like wants something, but he's definitely ignoring it because he wants to keep his Hachiman persona on check. But yeah, it deals with some kind of like heavy topics, because the girl wants to be independent because of issues that happened with her mom's previous marriage. The same with him, and even she comes to a point where she just like straight up tells, is like, you want to buy my body? And it's like, whoa, like last time I checked, this was an R15, okay? But the guy keep his head cool, and he's like, no, let's just be siblings. Of course, we know this is not gonna happen, but it'll probably take a good 100 or 200 chapters in the manga.
200,
probably around like 200 or 250 on the light novel. The same with this. Maybe in season 2 or 3 is when feelings will start to come out, and they will reciprocate. So for now, it's just
season 2, I would say.
Yeah, for now it's just gonna be like that rom-com comedy of just feeling awkward, and this guy trying to be the cool, composed Oni-chan when he's clearly not.
second season, part 2 of Nier Automata. So yeah, part 2.
You know what? I know we don't drink, but we should do like a drinking game, like with soda or some like spicy sauces. That
every time we see
every time we see a part 2, we're like,
okay. No. That would be something. Yeah. So finally, we're gonna get more of Nier Automata. It's been a while, but thankfully they did finish up season 1.
I think they dropped the ball with season 1.
Well, they were delayed quite a bit. That really,
and you know, I'm not
really,
saying like they dropped the ball and it's their fault, because you know it was COVID and we were still on this mess. But I think they could have handled it better, because it was one of the big ones that everyone was waiting for. Like everyone who has played the game.
Oh yeah.
They were excited, and I just lost the clue on that. And you know, I'll probably rewatch season 1 all over again now without you know interruptions, just to get ready for this one.
Yeah, most definitely.
From the look of on the picture here on my anime list, I reckon that this is it. This is where it's gonna end.
Yeah, I would assume so. Especially with from what we can see right here. Yeah.
All right. The next one. This is an interesting isekai. You know, upon start reading it, I thought that it was like an isekai version of this one. This is a really it's not a really old. It's kind of old. It's Sayonara Setsubu Sensei. The main character in here, it's always doing suicide jokes.
Oh, I see.
Which, you know, gotta hand it to Japan. Like, they try to make fun of all the bad stuff that they deal with, like overwork. We have comedy animes about overwork. Like suicide, of course we have that. And like bullying, like
to a T. They got
also as the Koreans, they also do that a lot.
True. Yes.
But you know, for this one, it's a guy Shikaku, or the translation, no longer allowed in another world. The main character at the beginning, it's around 1948 or something like that. They mentioned he's about to you know, to kill himself, like with his lover. But then,
like jumping off something.
Yeah, I think they were gonna throw themselves in the river or something like that. But then Trokun arrives. And he gets to a church, and you know, the priestess is there. She's like, "Oh, dear adventurer, thank God you're here. You were given a second chance because you were miserable." And she's like, "I was not miserable. Like, I'm miserable now, because my happiest moment was about to happen. I was about to, you know, do that stuff with my lover, and now you guys ruined it." And the goddess, or like the priestess, is like, "What?" And so his stats are like clean.
Oh yeah,
he doesn't have
like
anything. But you know, he starts his journey to find his lover, because he's like, well, if like he discovers that every other worlder comes to a different church, spread out throughout the world, and you know, their mission is to defeat the Demon King. So he's like, oh, so maybe my lover arrived. Now here's my problem with it. Because at the beginning, it seemed like, you know, this type of kind of like seinen type of manga, or in this case, it's going to be an anime, about this guy that I thought it was going to be kind of like a slice of life, kind of like dark slice of life, where he's just making suicide jokes and stuff.
Right.
But it quickly turns into a shonen one.
I see what you're saying. Right.
And you know, with the same cliches that, suddenly he has an OP power, because he's an author. So he has power with what he writes. He has the power to send people back to the old world, or to, you know, their original world, or he has power to, you know, boost other people, or whenever he is thinking about committing suicide, or even like if people tries to eat him or things to try to eat him, they instantly die because he's poisoned.
Oh yes.
He's perpetually poisoned, and for some reason he cannot die, but he wants to die. And
yeah,
long
and it
story
goes into that
short,
fighting
yeah,
mindset.
he just wants to find his lover,
Uh-huh.
but there's a point where his lover doesn't give a crap about him, or kind of like forgot about him, like, or she moved on from that thought
Oh yeah.
of committing the lover's suicide.
Uh-huh.
But her
Dang.
lover becomes part of the new bad guys, because a group of heroes killed the demon lord, and after they killed him, they proclaim themselves as the new rulers, and they are just they just become the bad guys. And so now he's on a journey to find his lover slash free the world from these new tyrants that are the other worlders. So
okay. So it doesn't quite stick to that seinen slice of life type.
Yeah. No,
which would fit a lot better with.
It would, but it just quickly moved to a shonen, and yeah, that was. I reckon it will still be really popular.
Oh yeah. Well, the thing about him going around inside a coffin is kind of funny.
Oh yeah,
being dragged along, so weird. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah. Other than that was kind of like my only one, because I was really invested.
Oh yeah.
And then it came to that part of like, oh, I'm super strong. The bad guy, and he pulls some kind of like power of friendship kind of thing, and it is like, you had to go there. Seriously, you had to go there. Imagine my dressed up darling, but with a low budget and a lot more cultural.
Oh yes.
With a lot more culture.
Right.
This is it. This is I don't know how you say that in Japanese, so I'm just gonna say that in English. 2.5 Jigen no Ririsa, or 2.5 Dimensional Seduction. It's this screams hot garbage straight from the title.
Oh yes, this is hot garbage.
And you know what? I know people like watching this will watch it because we know we're kind.
Oh right. Yeah, this guy, he basically has a waifu, but this girl, she starts dressing as his waifu, right?
Yeah. He is the president of the otaku or manga club in his high school, and all of his senpais graduated, so he's the only one. And then one day, like, this gorgeous girl like arrives saying that she wants to join the club, and sometimes she behaves like a man of culture, if you know what I mean. Because she's looking at the figurines, is like, oh, this is one of those figurines that you can undress her, and like, oh, I didn't like this, and he's like, whoa, like, she behaves like a dude. But she likes to cosplay, and it turns out that she's also a big fan of the waifu of the MC. So she asked him like, hey, can you become my photographer? And a lot of interactions is he thinking too much into it. He's like, oh, well, she's pretty, she's really pretty, for lack of better words. And yeah, that's it. This is it. That's it. There's a little more to that, but sure. That's the garbage.
That's right.
Because it's like, we know that you will watch it for that. Like, you will not care about the plot because you only care about the plot.
Oh yeah, true. Oh my gosh. This next one, Megami no Café Terrace Season 2. This one, of course, the Café Terrace and its goddesses. I'm so glad they're returning to this one because I
You were?
really love the. Yeah,
I did watch
really,
the first season, and
Oh, yes.
and I thought it was great.
Yeah, I fell in love with this one. It's really great. The one girl,
I like
this
the
girl.
yeah
Yes,
the
what was-
guitarist.
Yes, I'm rooting for her. But yes, yeah, this one's returning.
Yeah,
It's
me
going to
too,
be
me
more,
too.
like with this guy who basically has his harem at the place that he works.
Pretty much.
So
yeah, and we're gonna have some drama because
Yep, we're gonna have drama.
that
I
old
think-
guy that it's always like
Oh yes.
beeping around.
Yep.
He makes his own Café Familia
Ah,
with its goddesses. So like there are like
there's gonna be new girls.
yeah, new girls that are
Yeah.
pretty much you know, the enemies.
Oh yeah.
Because that old guy just for some reason they just
He
he
can't leave it
just
alone.
he just don't like that cafe. I was like, dude,
Yeah.
like you just
Right.
like
Oh,
F
jeez.
off.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
but
It's
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
I
I'm
love
also
this
rooting
one.
for that girl. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, the next one. I don't know about you, but I've seen
Yeah.
a lot of like
dude.
clips
No,
on YouTube.
I've
and
seen the same clip. Yeah,
and
it
it's
went
like-
viral, man.
I don't know, like
Uh-huh.
there are no words to describe this. This
no,
is
there are
like,
yeah,
this is
literally.
like raw garbage, like
Uh-huh.
on the
Served
steel
platter. Oh yeah.
yeah. It's Shikanoko Nokonoko Kashitantan, my dear friend Nokotan, and yeah,
That's all,
I you know
that's that.
I can think of a few
literally-
animes to compare it with,
I can't.
but
well,
but they're not that silly or
not
like
like this.
the
yeah.
premise. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, seriously.
I only
Like-
read a few chapters of the manga.
Okay.
They're working like Twitter uploads or
Oh,
like
yes.
X uploads.
Oh right.
And but yeah, for the most of it,
Seriously.
the
It's
trailers
gonna
on
be
YouTube
funny.
is like, what the heck
Right.
is that?
right.
And
Oh,
and yeah,
man.
it's about like
Makes no sense.
yeah, one of the main characters, she is like this model student in high school. She's really pretty, but before high school, she was a delinquent. She was a junkie. And there's also this dear girl that is stuck on some wires, like electrical wire, like you know, outside on the street.
Yeah.
So she saves this girl, and the girl is like, "You smell like a junkie," and he's like, "Ah, "My secret is out." So
yeah.
she's trying to cover the fact that she was a junkie because she wants to give this
yes.
good persona, but for some reason, this dear girl
right.
is just being silly, and
Yeah.
you know,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is Japanese comedy
Oh
at
yeah.
its peak.
At its finest. It really is.
So
We're gonna
yeah,
see much more from this.
yeah,
one, for sure.
I cannot say anything else because I was reading the manga and I was like,
yeah.
how the freak am I gonna talk about this?
oh yes, yeah. Oh, it's just nonsense, man. It's so funny. I'm definitely going to be watching out for Giji Harem, just because of the premise. I of course didn't get to all of these, but for that one, the premise sounds pretty interesting to me. Where this girl, she acts differently around this guy, apparently that she likes. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'll definitely look forward to that one. For this next one, Tsuito Tsurugi no Wistoria, or Wistoria's Wand and Sword, there's this guy. He is going into this school, but even though it's a magic school, he can't even do any magic at all. He's just going to go through this all with like his own brute force, And the thing is,
Like Marshall?
yeah, like Marshall, yes. I'm not sure if it's going to be quite as comedic though. I can definitely see why it's coming out now though. Marshall did wonderfully.
And I mean, Marshall literally broke the internet.
Oh yes.
Or like its opening song broke the internet.
Oh yeah. It was way viral. Yeah, this one, basically in a world where people only see mages and magic as strength and as like the peak of adventuring and whatnot, he's the only warrior type. He's going through the school life with just a sword and like his might. So yeah, it might be all right. I might give it a try, but that's the gist of that one. So this one, Katsute Maho Shoujo to Akua Tiketai Shiteta, with Magical Girl and the Evil Lieutenant used to be arch enemies. So this one, he is basically one of the lieutenants of the evil force and whatnot. She, of course, is the magical girl, but their meetings with each other, it's all about him like crushing on her basically. And she's the magical girl. She's not really like the typical magical girl.
Okay.
She's very much more mellow. She's very kind of like almost mistreated by her organization. It's really, really weird.
By the good guys?
Yeah, by the good guys.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like her, how magical girls, they usually have a sponsor or someone who maybe bestows power to them. Something like that.
Yeah.
Well, this one, he's totally mistreats her and stuff. But yeah, the lieutenant, he's like totally in love with her. He like dotes on her, and it's kind of cute. Kind of reminds me of Miss Beelzebub, but only if they were like on different sides.
Or Love in Times of this one about the Red Ranger and the I forgot the name.
Oh yes. But, yeah, I do. That one. World Domination.
Yeah.
That one.
Love in Times of World Domination, something like that. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, similar.
Okay,
I guess you could say.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It did raise kind of like a little
right.
Though this one seems a little more serious than that one, from the Red Ranger and the
yes, a little bit more. Yeah, it's a little bit more of the shoujo, him falling in love with her and type stuff.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. So this upcoming one called Boku no Tsumara wa Kanjo ga Nai, or stumbling over my words now. So this one, Boku no Tsuma wa Kanjo ga Nai, my wife has no emotion. So this one, she is a robot, and her owner, this guy, he's like middle-aged, pretty sure, but it's been ages since he's had a girlfriend, but he basically wants to have her as his wife and like treats her like a partner and kind of like proposes to her in a strange way. She goes along with it, but she's a robot, so obviously she has like no emotions. She's not human. But in this world, you can have a robot for like maid purposes. She in particular is a robot for like cooking and stuff. So yeah, there's some odd points about the story, but it's mostly a story where they are trying to like get along with each other.
Okay.
And learning about her, she's kind of learning about humans kind of in a way, in a certain way. But yeah, it has some interesting points of love. We see the guy's family.
Okay.
When they like.
Do you remember Plastic Memories?
Oh yes, I love like Plastic Memories. Very sad. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I guess you could say it is kind of similar.
Okay.
There's some similar themes. This one is probably more josei, or more like the mature
Okay.
themes. Yeah. So yeah, look forward to that one if you like that type of story.
We have another honorable mention, Shy, second season.
Yeah.
That is from almost a year, not quite a year, almost a year.
Yeah.
It's it's this female heroine. She is the main character, unlike a lot of most recent hero animes that we've been having. That it's a guy. This is a fresh story, and it goes along with emotions, because a lot of it are caused by that. Personally, I didn't finish season 1 because I wanted to build it up, and then I just forgot about it.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
But now that the second season is here, I will give it a try, because we even did a Beat Saber map about the opening. So yeah, you played it.
That's right. Yeah.
The next one, this is a slice of life. It's called Isekai Yuri Yuri Kiko Kodesten Shinagara Boku Kensha Shimasu. And it's a journey through another world, raising kids while adventuring. And it's this guy who is like 20-something years old. I think he's like 27 or so. He's isekai'd, of course.
Oh, of course.
And he is given he's sponsored by the god of wind, because the god of wind tells him like, yeah, sorry, we messed up, you shouldn't have died, but you died, but we cannot return you to your world because you died. So now we're gonna just let you live your calm life in another world, and you're gonna have these OP abilities. And he's like, okay, but I don't want to stand out too much. He's like, oh yeah, it's fine. But he finds these two kids. They're twins, a boy and a girl, with blue hair, and they are quite strong for being kids. And at the beginning it seems that they were slaves, so he decides to take care of them and raise them. They're mostly like little brother and sister more than his children.
I see.
Like that's how it looks like the most. And it's just him being super OP. It's like a really simple plot, really cliche plot.
Naturally.
And then you discover that these kids are sons, like the son and the daughter of the water god in this world.
Oh, okay.
But he's a ladies' man, so he completely neglected. Like the water god is like Zeus.
Oh, I see. Say no more. Makes sense. Yep.
Yeah, and all the other gods are like these students. Like, what the heck is wrong with them? But like they know that this guy is taking care of them, so they just like throw some like mystical beast as pets, because it's like just to protect you, and here's some more OP powers. And all the gods, not only like the wind one, like the fire one, the
like giving him a lot of favor.
Yeah, because he's like, hey, you're taking care of my niece and nephew, so we just want to make sure that they're good. You have to take them someplace, and he's like, but I don't want to stand out. You won't have to. Like, how the freak am I not gonna stand out with a 8 feet freaking lion on flames?
What the heck?
Can you turn into a baby? And then they can turn like into a chibi form, those mystical beasts, and everyone is freaking out. So it's one of those like slow life. Just turn off your brain.
Yeah.
Like
just watch for
snuggle in your bed, and it's like just like that. It's one of those peaceful ones. Like there's kind of like some action, but it's mostly like the slice of life kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one. Imagine interviews with monster girls
Ah, yes.
but for grown-ups.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
this one is called Elf-san wa Yaserarenai, or plus size elf.
Oh, yes.
And is this guy Naoe-kun? He works. He's a massage therapist, and he also works with dieting and all about being healthy. And there are a lot of demigirls, if you call it that. One day they just appear in his life, and they just love to eat.
Oh, yep.
But for some reason they want to be healthy and stuff, so he can help her, and that's it.
Yep.
One of the kind of good things is that they kind of show you how to do some exercises. Or
okay.
It's not like they go completely technical, but they do throw some stuff, which is within
cool.
all the plot of thickness.
Oh, right.
There's
you could get some exercise tips.
Yeah. You can even put the meme from Spider-Man, like, I'm quite of a.
Yes. So yes. Speaking of Spider-Man, I started watching the old trilogy again.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's Tobey Maguire. Oh yeah, quite something.
But yeah, this is this is just plot.
Oh yes, yeah. Look forward to the plot for sure. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
there's a lot for it.
A lot of plot.
Yes. So this next one, 俺はすべてをペリする。逆勘違いの世界、最強は冒険者になりたい。Or simply, I parry everything.
Sure, I don't think that's...
right, yeah, I know, right? It's like all of that, like, no. Well, anyway, sorry, I don't know the literal translation of the rest of it. Or, as I like to say, parry this, you filthy casual. So, there's that. This one, I think will be quite enjoyable because this guy... he doesn't conform to everybody else's standard of class or like skills, because in this world you're supposed to have a skill in a particular class.
Okay.
And then because of that you become an adventurer as that class, like any type of class you want, like thief, like swordsmanship and whatnot, what have you. But this guy, he went through the training and he didn't get any particular skill, so he therefore isn't really a true adventurer. But for him, he did learn quite a few things, which makes me like wonder what in the world, like something doesn't add up, because he can do the simplest skill of every class set. So I'm a little bit weirded out. But anyway, that's not the main point. The main point is that he spent 10 years doing one move, parry. And he's like exceptionally good at it. He can parry 100 hits or whatnot. So it's quite incredible what this guy can do. He saves a girl from a minotaur, and it turns out this girl is a princess, and he goes to the royal family convenient, right? So he does it by parrying, and then the minotaur's axe like goes around and hits himself. So the minotaur.
Convenient.
So convenient, right? So the MC, he goes to the royal family. The king is like, "Hey, you saved my daughter. I want to give you a reward." It's like, no. And he's like, "Oh, okay, then I'll just bestow you this sword that I have just sitting on my mantelpiece, so you have it." Turns out it's
like a demonic sword or
something.
It's
a demonic sword. It came from like the labyrinth or something. It's like super powerful. The first thing he does, you want to know the first thing he does with it? He uses it to clean a gutter out. So yeah, but this guy,
Is it a sentient sword?
I didn't get that far,
Okay,
but
okay.
I have my suspicions. Well, anyway, it's gonna be a funny one. I think it's gonna be worth it. Yeah.
Nice.
I parry everything.
Oh man, I want to mention
Oh yes.
three of these ones together because they are from our Lord and Savior PA Works.
Yes, PA Works.
All of them are two of them are original. One of them is based off a game.
Okay.
And oh man, it's been a long time since we had something from PA Works.
Yes.
I think the last thing we had from PA Works was I think it was this movie. It's called Komada Yorosho e Yokoso from 2023, or Uma Musumi Pretty Derby. I think the latest season.
Latest season for that one.
But you know, this was a continuation. Because other than that,
right,
the last thing we had probably was Buddy Daddies.
Oh yes, Buddy Daddies, yeah. And we all know PA Works.
We know PA Works. We know PA Works. And you know these three ones. That's like probably we shouldn't talk about them like in one together. But one of them, it's this one, Nanare Hana Nare. It's an original one, but from the little that I could see on the trailer and from the description, it seems that it's going to be one of those lifting ones.
Yes,
it's like a group of girls, definitely. Different backgrounds, all of them, different skills, different personalities, but they come together to just cheer people up, and that just cheered me up. I was like,
I know, right? Like
that's not false advertising. They're doing their job right.
Yep. Oh man, I really want to see that.
The next one is one of those unusual ones. It's called Mayonaka Punch, and it's about a girl. I think that she was part of kind of like a new tuber. It's called.
Yes.
It was part of kind of like a new tuber club, but she is kind of like fired. And this pink-haired girl, I think she's a vampire or kind of like a succubus or something like that. She's not human, and they just start making videos, and it's hilarious because it was kind of like this, exotic and an extreme kind of situation, kind of like Akiba Made War. That it was kind of like out of the norm.
Out of the yeah.
And the last one. Tensui no Sakuna Hime. This is a video game that came out for the PlayStation 4, and I think the Switch as well. I'm not sure. But I know for sure that it came out for PlayStation 4.
I see.
And Sakuna, she is the daughter of the god of kind of like the god of war, and also that's her dad, and her mom is the goddess of harvest.
Okay.
But she's a brat.
Yeah.
One day she was exiled from from the house where all the gods were, just so that she could learn the lesson, and she is sent to an island full of demons, and her job is to control the demons, or to make them stop, and also to reconnect herself with her harvesting roots.
Okay.
And she also makes friends with some people that were kind of like outcast. And the story of the game, it's amazing because you have to manage between building relationships with the NPCs. Start harvesting rice and stuff, because you also have to go with and give like offerings to the house of the gods.
Right.
And it's this point where it's a lot of character development for her, in which she knows how she came to be, because war and harvest is two completely different worlds.
Oh, right.
And she came to know how those two worlds got connected.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a really good game. I really recommend it as well.
Okay.
And yeah, PA Works.
PA Works, yeah. It's stamped
Yeah, I
approval.
mean,
Whenever I see PA Works, it's like
we didn't have a lot of
that's
PA
gonna be-
Works stuff for
not
the
recently.
longest time, and then when you least expect it, bam, 3.
Yeah. Oh, so cool. Yeah, I love PA Works. Everything they do, so good. So this upcoming one called Mob Kara Hajimaru Tansaku Ieitan, or a Nobody's Way up to an exploration hero level, I guess. Well, anyway, this one has good plot. So wait. So this one is an interesting one where this guy is going through the dungeon, but okay, so it's a fantasy adventure, right? But it's modern day Japan. What happened was that there was an event that opened up dungeons underneath the cities. So it's regular everyday Japan added with a dungeon exploration. So this mob character, he's in high school. So it's kind of odd where it's a juxtaposition of these dungeons that we see most of the action happen, but then sometimes we do see the character in a high school class setting. It's really fascinating because he has like friends there. So what happens is Takagi, he's kind of a weak guy. He's going through the dungeon, but only on the first level, and he's just killing slimes over and over for quite a long time. And then he gets a super rare drop of a card where you can summon a god tier hero or like a character.
What the?
It's like a 5-star. He gets a 5-star card and he summons it instead of cashing it in. And then it turns out to be this huge, like, Valkyrie, but then she shrinks down into this form. It's quite a scene. And it makes me question, like, where do they come from, type of thing? Because it's modern day Japan still. But then the rest of the story opens up. He gets another card, but in between we see a lot of things that are going on, because so it shows some of Japan, but it's not a whole lot. I'm thinking there might be some development where it makes sense that he's in modern day Japan with this dungeon adventure. I'm not sure exactly why they have it the way it is in the story right now, but I'll see if we'll all see.
We'll definitely see
it more with the story for sure.
Okay, the next one.
Man, I love this one. This one is gonna be good.
Yeah,
I'm all for this one.
Yeah, this one is called Shimnai Osa Boku Kensha Saikyo Party ni Shinu Hodo Kirarete Muteki ni Naru. Man, I can't believe
it's mouthful. You got it. Wow.
Yeah, or the rocky middle-aged adventurer was trained to death by the most powerful party to become invincible.
This is gonna be good. This is gonna be my bread and butter for this.
Yeah. This is like,
this is gonna be good.
This is simple, but this catches your attention. Yeah. I don't like, this has something that the others don't.
Yeah.
It has like this some like the thing with this guy, or at least in this world, it is normal for people to want to become adventurers. When they're teenagers.
Oh yeah.
And they are about good to retire, like when they're like 30 something or 40.
Yeah. Right.
And the thing with him is that he's about to take his test to become a brand new adventurer when he's already like 30 something.
Yeah.
And everyone is like, dude, like you need to do something else with your life. Seriously, like you're gonna die.
Yeah.
And the thing with him, his background is that he used to be a guild worker.
Yeah.
when he was young. Because his dream was to become an adventurer, but he discovered early on that he had not the ability. And then one day, a freaking dragon, I think, came to the town, and everyone was running, and he was like, "No, I'll freaking stick my guns out."
Yeah.
And he punched the dragon. I think he almost killed it, or he straight up killed it, because he was trying to protect the white hair elf. And then he was about to be killed, and the white hair elf just keep kind of like the finishing blow, and he was like, "Oh, I thought you could not, protect yourself, so I wanted to protect you." And the elf girl is like, "Oh, you're kind of like, you're so sweet for like, even though you're like super weak, you put your life on the line for someone else." And then you discover that that's his trait, that's his kind of like his skill, that he can gain a lot of power, but at the cost of being at a terrible in a terrible danger.
Yes.
So he then is trained by these like S rank adventuring party that they are
they're in a different world.
Yeah, everyone is specialized in something. And they just straight up train him for 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
2 years, and then when he's ready, he's just blowing everyone's mind, because everyone is looking down at him because he's old.
Yeah.
And he's just like doing some serious punches, and he's just blowing away everything.
Oh yeah, everything. Yeah, what I like about it is that he's not a snob about it either.
Oh yeah.
And it almost to the point where he doesn't realize how strong he is compared to other normal people. He's like, "Oh, this girl, she's fighting me," and like she's putting like all her strength in it, right? And he's like, "Oh, maybe I should hold back, but I don't know if I should, because she seems super strong." But man,
because he's like, maybe she's holding back.
Right. And she does a blink step and trips over a rock, and then like goes end and over end. But one thing I'll mention, I forget her name, but man, she has legs for days.
Oh yeah.
Like, I was reading the manga, and there's a scene with particular shot. But man, the way it's drawn, wow.
Man, what I'm looking forward, I hope that they do animate that, the fight between him and the leader of the party.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Because that was man, and the story of each of the characters, because you get to know the characters, you get to know the leader. Yeah. Because the leader is like an ogre, like high ogre, and he's a monk.
Right. He's an ogre, a monk ogre.
But and in this world, like ogres are supposed to be stupid, like strong but stupid, and he is like super smart. He is the one that came up with his training regimen.
Yes, yeah.
But it was a good one. I am actually looking forward to this one. And that's gonna be a great one.
Definitely.
Right, for the last two that we have for today's Grendizer U. Okay, so this one, you're like, just check the people involved in here. You're like, it's gonna blow your mind. It has people from Mobile Suit Gundam Seed, Future GPX, Cyber Formula, Neon Genesis, Summer Wars, Mobile Suit Gundam, The Witch from Mercury, Code Geass, One Piece, Sakura Wars. It's like this is just screaming like, get like, make way for me, you casuals. Like,
oh yeah. Whoa.
Like even if you and like the Messenger Z makes an appearance. So it's like I didn't have the chance to read the manga, but man, like this has stuff from a lot of mecha, and even if you look, the Messenger is here. It's like even if you're not fan of mecha, you will recognize some stuff, and it will become really appealing. So,
dang, that's incredible, man.
So yeah, like look forward to that one. I'm like I'm not a big fan of mecha, but when I like a mecha one,
Oh yeah,
I like a mecha.
that's right.
Okay, and the last one.
Okay, that's
We've been
incredible.
waiting 13 years for this, Brian. Or, I don't know about you,
Yeah.
but it's been 13 years since the second season of Kimi no Todoke. I don't think that this season will be enough to cover the rest of the manga, but you know, it's a start. Maybe I think probably season 3 and 4.
Ooh, okay.
I think that there were only like 200 chapters or so, but you know, really good story, and best of all, that it's gonna be like a completely new animation.
Oh yes.
The previous animation was from 13 years ago, so a lot of changes.
Yeah. Wow, that's awesome.
All right, but yeah, that was it for today.
Yep.
Man, we took some time,
Oh yes.
even though we didn't
Yeah.
check all of them.
All of them. Right. That's what astounds me. Let us know if you are looking forward to any of those in the comments below that we missed, or ones that we did do.
Yeah,
Yeah, quite a lot this season.
definitely. But yeah, this was it for this week. Hope you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.